Good morning, it's Gillykube from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. I'm doing a acrylic pour for you today. I'm going right back to basics, to when I, well, long story short is I did lots of acrylic work when I was younger, even at school. Did different kind of techniques that we use in acrylic pouring today. I mean, as I say to you all the time, there is nothing new. It's all been done before. Some people like to believe it and some people like to think that they were the first ones, and you know, that's absolutely fine. I'm no problem with that. Whatever your dream is, that's just go with it. So what I'm doing today is I'm doing I'm going back to when I used to mix my paint with floetrol, but I'm only using the floetrol in the white to swipe. So it's the Mont Studio acrylics, and I'm mixing it just with the white to swipe in floetrol, but the rest of the colours I am mixing with the Montmartepaints PVA glue at 70% glue, 30% water. But my pouring recipe and my description of how I mix my paints is in the drop down box, and also a link to the lovely suppliers in Australia. And if you're in the US, Canada or the UK, I believe everything is available on Amazon. So this was one of the first kind of pours that not the first pour, the style of this particular pour, like rainfall, I did quite a long time ago. So it's going way back. So I just thought I'm going to try it in the same fashion and see what we come up with. And I'll explain to you at the end the bit of a story behind this. But anyway, so for now, this is a lovely 60 by 30 canvas. And I have put the masking tape on the back so it keeps your bottom clean. And I use the push pins, just keep reusing my push pins. These are giant push pins. They're available on the Capriole Shabby Chic. If you're overseas, I believe you can get them on Amazon. They're kind of like in stationery departments. Oh, that's the paint that's gathered up on that. So it's probably going to put my painting at a bit of a slant with the amount of paint that was on the bottom of that. But never mind, all good. So that just keeps your painting a bit cleaner on the bottom. Keeps your bottom clean. So I'm going to go with a gold that I actually had. I've had this gold a long time. I'm not actually sure. I had it pre-mixed with the pouring medium for another painting, but I know it's not the Montmartre gold, so I'm not sure if it's the gold from Dimensions, which is Montmartre, but just a different gold. Because the Montmartre gold is absolutely gorgeous, like really shimmery. This one is kind of a bit duller. But I'm trying to use up some leftover paints that I have here, so I'll just go with this. Okay, so that I'm going to do gold, turquoise, bronze, and white. So I don't normally do these stripy lines, do I? I do my wobbly bits, but this is one that I did, like I said, probably, when did I start my channel? I started my channel February last year. But I didn't start to do kind of videos much until August. I think August was when I first got monetized on YouTube, meaning that they actually pay you to with ads to is what you can do when your YouTube channel gets, you know, is showing popularity. So I'm going to use this bronze too. A bit of everything. Well, it's not a bit of everything. I was going to stick with the gold, turquoise and white, but I'm going to put this bronze in because it looks lovely actually next to this particular gold. But like I said, I haven't done this particular style for quite a while. There might be a reason why I didn't do this particular style for a while, but we'll just go with it now and see what I come out with. I want to thank you guys so much for your support and your lovely comments that you keep feeding to me. You're so kind and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it because it gives me so much pleasure to just be in this art room doing what I do. I love what I do. Oh, went a little bit of a wobbler. Yeah, I love what I do, so certainly not like work to be doing something that you love to do. I'm in my art space, my therapy room, as my husband and I both like to call it. Enjoying just my rules. Like I say to you guys, the only one you have to impress or please is yourself, your art, your rules, your way. It's all good in the world. Wowzers, trousers, okay. Each one of those paint colours has 2 drops of my little bit of magic, I like to call it. It's the Helmar silicone. It has 2 drops in each cup and I always stir really well. So I know when I first started this art form I was told, you know, oh, don't only stir 2 times or 3 times, or no, stir it in really well because otherwise you'll end up with big silicone worms or spaces in it where the silicone is just pooled because it hasn't been stirred into the paint very well. So that's my findings of all these last 12 months doing art every single day almost. So I'm just gently tilting the canvas. I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to do it nice and slowly. It's no hurry, so just use it as part of your therapy, just watching your paint move around your canvas nice and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Apparently it's an English saying, so don't know, I obviously picked that up when I did live in England. I've had a few people ask me, are you originally from the UK? Yes, absolutely. I came to Australia maybe over 35 years ago now, and I was born and bred in Birmingham. When I came to Australia, I lived at that time when I came over. Before I came over, I was living in Tamworth. Yeah, so definitely from the UK to begin with, so my accent is definitely more of a Birmingham accent. I'm proud of my Birmingham roots. Things have changed over there a lot now, but I had a great childhood growing up in Birmingham. I really did, no worries at all, so I can't complain. Well, those colours look lovely. They look very beachy, don't they? So yeah, I'm from Birmingham originally, but Australia now. I've lived in Australia obviously over 35 years and I absolutely love Australia. I couldn't wish for a better place on earth to have put my roots, and my marriage and my kids growing up here was the best decision I ever made. So I'm looking for a piece of my soft plastic file divider, there isn't curly. Look, that's gone a bit curly. So this is the soft plastic file divider that I use to swipe. I just find this the best, you know, over anything else, over sort of cotton, what you call it, kitchen towel or blah blah, whatever. I find that's personally my best. So here we go. This is the white, like I said, just mixed with floetrol. So I'm going to do a nice thick layer of it, because I can always tilt that back off. So this is, yeah, how I did it when I first began doing swipes. Oh yeah, file divider's curling up, but it started to behave up there, so good on it. Having floetrol mixed in with your paint instead of swiping with the pouring medium gives you a whole different look on your painting. Look at this, it's all lacy. It's basically where all the bloom technique started to develop from, was the lacing that you get from the floetrol, then is now used in the cell activator for the bloom technique to make your painting or paintings created look like a bloom. So that's where that all started, I believe. Oh, going to miss that bit. I can go back, might just put a little bit more there. Wow, what do you think? What do you think? So that's basically all, yeah, it's like a lacing more so than what I get when I do my pouring medium as my swipe colour. It like that goes into real cells. I'm starting to get these holes here, which is obviously probably the silicone. I'll give it a little bit of a heat torch on it, my heat wand, Wonder Wand. Okay, now I've got, where have I got a picture I wanted to show you guys of what reminded me to do this again. If I can find it, I thought I put it out. Oh, here we go. I did this one was done, oh yeah, over a year ago. So all it was the silver and pearl white, and then the swipe colour was the black, and it was with floetrol. And yeah, it created this very fine webbing effect, but I think because it was just in the floetrol and the paint created this kind of really lovely sort of laced webbing effect, and the silvers just shone from it. So when I was sorting out my art room the other day, I came upon this and thought, oh my goodness, I must go back and give a little try again. And you see the worms in it. I'm not sure close up, can you see there's some real good wormies in there? That would have been when I wasn't stirring my floetrol too well, but that isn't that's quite a good, but I really like the effect of that. And that was just those three colors, just the silver, pearl white and a black swipe. So but this one's come completely different. For whatever reason, I've got these big blobs. So I might leave it as it is. Leave it as it is, I think. I know that none of you believe me. I'm just going to give it a slight tilt, so I tilt off. Oh no, that's not too bad, is it? Okay, I'm going to leave that with you. I know that none of you believe me. You all think, I know when she turns off that camera, she's going to go and balloon it. And I may very well do. But this is the video for you guys that you seem to like to see without ballooning. So there you go. Tell me what you think of this with just floetrol as you swipe. I'll give you some close-ups so you'll be able to see it better, and obviously I'll give you some photos as it develops, because I am getting some big chubby cells developing in there, but maybe because the paint was a little bit thinner than I would normally do. So thank you guys for joining me. I will be back in a second with a joke or two. Okay, that's been left now for about maybe half an hour. So I've really got these big kind of globules happening in there that don't look too attractive. So I might leave it to dry off and the paint to absorb into the canvas a bit more and try and work out what I'll do with it. But the end result will be in the photos. So my joke for today is, oh, don't you hate those people that start laughing at the jokes before they even finish the joke? Okay, that's me actually. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. Yeah, reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible, can't put it down. Okay. Oh dear. Another quick one, because I think I missed one on last video. What do you call somebody with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. Okay, roll your eyes, crazy lady. Until next time, bye for now. Bringing you back in briefly. I didn't like how the big chunky globules went, so I tilted it backwards and forwards. I tilted paint off. I felt there was way too much paint, so I'm going to swipe it with navy. I don't feel I've got anything to lose, so because I wasn't too happy with it. Oh, I made this navy up, and this is thick too, but I'll give it a go. I'm going to try it with navy. You may see this footage, or you may not, but I thought I'm going to just try, because I don't like it. So if you're not happy with something, work with it, just like you would on yourself or somebody else. If you're not happy with something, just work with them or work with it until you get things that you're feeling happy about. Same as in life. Here we go. Navy, and this navy is obviously made up out of my normal PVA glue. It's not the floetrol. I didn't like the floetrol in that particular one, so it wasn't obviously how I used to do it back when I showed you that silver one, because it didn't turn out nothing like it. But I just thought the navy will bring out all those lovely colours probably so much better. And so here we go. Yeah, just keep working with something. It doesn't matter if other people say you should have left it or you should have done this. It's your art, your way, remember. And in my art room, the only rule is there's no rules. There you go. So I know I've already told you my silly dad's joke or nana joke. Probably still rolling your eyes from it, but there you go. I absolutely think that's so much better. I don't like this. Again, I've missed. So I'll just go down with the blue from here. Just keep working it. Just keep working it, baby. Oh, I've got my dryer on, so sorry. Never mind. It's real life. There you go. I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe. I will put some heat on it. That's so, wow, okay. I do not like these big round blobs left, so I might again leave it and give it some little baby ballooning. Where's my baby balloon? So I'll call it the kiss of life, the Aussie kiss of life. There you go. So if I don't like something, that's actually not so good either. Oh, I'm struggling this week with a few paintings. They're not coming out how I envisage, but you know, that's how it goes, and you just take the knocks, don't you? Just like in life, you've got to take it as it comes and work your best with every situation. It's just this teeny tiny balloon that I just put water in. I just put the nozzle over the tap and worked with it, and you know, wherever these big blobs come up, I'm going to have a teeny tiny balloon. It creates some actually gorgeous shapes, not just flowery shapes. This paint is there's a lot of paint still, and I have took off a lot of paint, so I absolutely overdid it with the amount of paint I put on there. So learn by my mistakes. So a few little balloon embellishments never hurt anyone. It's just giving it the kiss of life, and this one certainly had a few twists and turns in the making of it. Yeah, just go with it. Okay, photos will be on at the end. I'm actually liking that. I like the colours together. That's gorgeous. I don't mind that. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience with me. I'm not going to tell any more jokes, honestly. Not today, anyway. Okay, bye for now.